ನಾವೇನು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ನಿನಗೆ.
There's a,
No, my lord, that's what I sent my client. In fact, they are threatening him. ನಾವೇನು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ನಿನಗೆ.
there's also an attempt to assault, right? Sir? It can be seen in the CCTV camera also, sir, and it happened
Let's-
right in front of.
I'm sorry, my lords, there has been,
Fourth respondent has to go
How much side should he?
8 sites, sir.
In total 11.
Huh?
In total 11.
Total of all,
No, just from respondent.
11 sites.
Fourth respondent is to give you 11 sites.
11 sites as per the agreement.
And as he talked to the fourth respondent,
Yes, yesterday, in fact, I was not there. In fact, Pannappa.
what does the fourth respondent say?
No, he is not, I don't know what he's,
Then whom did you talk to?
the other people.
Would you like to involve them and
could your lordship kindly call it in the afternoon? Speak to them.
afternoon I'll have Kalburi
Because
matters?
if all the people sit together, it will be settled, my lord. Otherwise,
Who's preventing you from sitting?
no,
All of you are standing in the court instead of sitting somewhere and settling
in
it.
fact, Honnappa came and told me that we have settled the matter. Then only I prepared the
Like I told you, if you don't do this, all of you are in trouble.
obligement. Let them sit the.
I didn't want all of you to be in trouble. Therefore, I'm thinking, why should you not settle it?
I understand, my lord. Let them sit together. Now they are before the court.
Pass
Let
over.
them-
Seal number 30, Shri Raghu Prasad PS.
Your Lordship may kindly see the agreements that have been entered between the
You go to
parties.
the civil court and litigate for all time to come. You will get a decree, then it will be done. This way I said, don't.
My lord, we are ready for a settlement. We are foregoing our
So
sides.
you are saying that there is no consensus. How can I force a consensus?
No, we are not saying any consensus. Let all the people sit together and settle according to.
So I adjourned it twice. ನೀವೇ ತಾನೇ ಖಾತಾ ಮಾಡೋಕಿರೋದು.
Now we have issued endorsement.
Planning authority is a party here.
Yes, my
The
lord.
planning authority is not a party.
Not a party.
Chief
Not a
officer,
party.
chief officer,
Chief officer is a party.
Who is the planning authority?
commissioner ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ.
Planning authority, the Tumkur planning
Who approved
authority.
the layout plan?
Tumkur development, planning development authority.
Subramania alva?
Oh, sorry.
So I'll ask him how many sites per acre.
My lords, may just make one submission, my lords. My lords, now,
Sampath, either you settle this
I am
dispute
ready, my lords, for whatever
amicably
is,
or the consequences would be that all of you will suffer.
no, my lords, I am ready for whatever is falling out of the court. My lords, that's why I said, my lords, now 54.25 is the sellable area, my lords, as per the plan. And my lords, each of us have contributed definite areas, my lords. Proportionate to them, let them make kata, my lords, I have no.
No, my lord, that,
Isn't it?
no, my lord, that's what I sent my client. In fact, they are threatening him. ನಾವೇನು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ನಿನಗೆ.
There's also an attempt to assault, right? Sir? It can be seen in the CCTV camera also, sir, and it happened
My lords,
right in front of.
I'm sorry, my lords, there has been certain flare-ups, but nothing like that, my lords. They're all family members, my lords. And but my lords, there's no such
If you
thing.
force me to pass an order, Sampath,
No, my
all
lords,
of
I
you
am
are in
not-
trouble.
Correct, my lords. I do board on, my lords. That's why I said, my lords, now, the area that has been definitely invested by them or brought in by them is.
Don't allow the parties to sit. You sit and sort out the problem. Find out what is his difficulty and ensure that it is done.
That's one more opportunity, my lords.
Tuesday. Who is the zonal commissioner?
Zonal commissioner is present.
Why don't you receive the communications from the court correctly? Because this is happening repeatedly in all cases.
Sir, actually, I didn't know this the day before yesterday. I came across it. Immediately, I taken steps to file this.
Now, at least give us a copy of the email addresses so that the order copies can be communicated to you directly.
No, sir. Now I have directly they are getting a communication from the.
That is the better option, I feel. Reason is we collect all the
Give us
email
the
addresses.
address of a nodal officer.
Yes,
Every order that we pass will be communicated
directly to the concerned zonal commissioners.
Because I don't like getting officers here making them stand like an accused here.
Sorry, sir. This time I'll ask for a.
Now file an affidavit indicating the mode of communication that you prefer from the court, either through your counsel or directly from the court. We'll follow that system. Ultimately, we need to ensure that the orders are complied with. Why do you want to be faced with such a situation every time? Today you are one zonal commissioner, tomorrow somebody comes and puts the same argument.
Agencies, my lord, pertaining to health issues. My lord, they were all slightly busy. That is where, my lord, we are really sorry for that, my lord. Now that the report is also placed on record, my lord,
Every time they have to pass an order to
my lord, we are really sorry for that. There was some communication gap amongst the officials. Lord, this particular order, my lord, was communicated to the concerned official, my lord, that is the medical officer. There, my lord, there is some, there was some sort of communication
The
gap.
matter
We are
is
really
before-
sorry for that.
The matter is before the court.
Yes.
When the court passes an order.
Yes.
If your officials take it so lightly,
It is not that, my lord. We are, that is where, my lord, last date also I requested for a week's time, my lord, but nonetheless, my lord, your lordships had directed me to keep the.
did a refuse time because 3 months.
Because, yes.
So I will ask you to pay 1 lakh.
My lord, may I make
Kidway
this,
Institute, don't give it to anybody.
may I make this,
To Kidway Institute of Oncology or Nemans, whichever charity of your choice.
my lord, may I make
Can't
this?
go on forever.
No.
In every case, I have to pass this order.
It is not that, my lord. There was some exigency, my lord. Consequently, my lord, we could not communicate
Then
the.
This is not one case. In every other case, until I threaten their personal presence, no action is taken.
My lord, insofar as this case is
That means the
concerned,
court is being taken very lightly. So I'm saying that ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ತಾನೆ?
ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಿತ್ತು ಆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ as meetings, several meetings were held. Consequently, my lord, this has slipped out. We are really sorry for what has happened, my lord. We are, that's all. Except for that, my lord, I can't say more than this, my lord. I only request your lordships to kindly consider this
No, every
aspect of
time
the
I
matter.
consider this, every time the story is repeated. If not this zonal commissioner, some other zonal commissioner.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ
I ask for some information, nothing is given until I pass an order asking their personal presence.
Yes.
So I was already actually thinking to keep the commissioner present in the court throughout the day so that he'll have direct knowledge about the orders that are being passed. One day, one order is passed. 2 days, another order is passed, reminding you as to what's to be done. 4th day, nothing is done. Therefore, direction will be personally present. Until then, nothing happens. I think the zonal commissioners are like to come and sit in the court the whole day. Not once, repeatedly this is happening. I've been noticing for the past 4 weeks now. And you're also witness to this.
That is where, my lord, I can't say anything insofar as these aspects are concerned. We are only making our efforts, my lord, to see that the reports are placed before the court at the earliest, my lord. My lord, there is some sort
Why
of.
is this communication gap? Between whom is the communication gap?
My lord, I can only say this. There was a direction given by this court.
Now the report is given. I think some documents are filed. I will, my lords may grant me a day's time. I will.
But what is the prayer?
My lord,
Yes,
prayer
my
is
lord,
in
to
so far.
set aside, quash the order of the health officer who says that the licensed bar and restaurant cannot work in this place after granting it 15 years with
Annexure
his
L.
own license. Annexure, my lord, L. And definitely now that Journal Commission is present, if this English is seen in the order, because the health officer is minimum MBBS doctor.
No, it's not health
Looks
officer.
that,
It
no,
is
no, I'll read
medical
the-
officer. It is
Not-
not health officer.
Medical officer is minimum health. I know that minimum of MBBS diploma in public health. That much knowledge I have. This English language is even not even a school going person's language. That means the respondent, concerned respondent has got it typed and it's got the signature of the health officer. 15 to 20 years, even before the BBMP Act, under the Karnataka Municipal Corporations Act also,
What is the report that is now?
now some documents are filed even to the validity of the building. That I will have to verify, my lords. That the report says it is contrary to
Primarily,
the entire
primarily
stand.
on the ground of violation of the
That is not the
zonal
ground.
regulations.
I will verify.
My lord, this notice was issued asking them to close down the premises. They have been auto-renewing the entire license, my lord. That is where, my lord, we have taken based on various complaints received by the neighbors.
Now, according to you, only if the building is in accordance with the zone regulations, you can grant a trading license.
Yes.
This is your specific stand.
This is a specific stand. And there is a coordinate bench judgment also to that effect.
So for the past 10 years, you have been committing an
My
offense.
lord, what has happened is, insofar as this zonal regulations are concerned, 2015 RMP was adopted with effect from 2015. Now, consequently, my lord, we had to, though it has come into force from 2007, pursuant to a circular, my lord, issued by the Chief Commissioner, my lord, we had adopted this particular model from 2000.
Of you adopting?
My lord, what has happened is, up till we received certain instructions from the Chief Commissioner, my lord,
Are you sure the submission you're making?
yes, that is what they yesterday they showed me the circular also. Based on that only, my lord, I am making this submission.
That is the law. Where is the question of you saying I'll issue a
I
circular?
definitely understand. When I asked this question, my lord, they said that this is the circular which is available with us. Based on that, my lord, we started doing the entire thing, they said. That is where, my lord, I'll re-verify the entire thing. Now, in the meantime, my lord, what has happened is this entire zone, this entire area where the scheduled property is situated, my lord, comes within the residential zone. Since it is residential zone, my lord, this particular activity cannot go on there.
Excise department functioning under those rules. Conduct a spot inspection. They hold that this is a suitable premises and they grant a license.
CL9 license is given.
So
Yes.
now you are saying, notwithstanding license granted by one department.
Yes.
You can scuttle that license by denying a trade license.
Yes. Because these two operate under two different fields. That is where, my lord, I cannot grant a license, trade license to carry on this particular activity, my lord, in a residential zone. Residential zone, my lord, more so this particular residential zone, the width of the road is less than 40 meters, 40 feet. Consequently, my lord,
For a trade, let me understand you. For a
Please.
trade license, you are going to go under the zonal regulations.
yes,
What is the purpose of a trade license?
my lord, basically, my lord, whatever trade they are supposed to conduct, my lord, that must be in accordance with all the laws. This is what my trade license says that.
Let us look at.
So far as residential is concerned, one is main and other one is mixed. Insofar as main is concerned, this particular premises falls within main, not within mixed portion.
But
Mixed
how-
means, my lord, 20 square meters, my lord, is the maximum commercial activity which can be
You-
conducted.
Did you inform the excise department that if you grant a license,
My lord, this was not brought to our notice at all.
no, when you issue a trade license, you are aware of the fact that he is going to run this business and you grant this license for 10 years. You are saying that you are unaware of the excise license being granted?
My lord,
You granted a trade license without
May
verifying.
I request your lordships to kindly see the license for a minute, based on which, my lord, I issue this license, trade license. Kindly see Annexure D in page 17. Page 17. This is the license which we have. This is a renewal certificate which is done by them under auto renewal process. I do not know the parameters of what excise department says. What are the parameters for granting that particular license? I am not aware of it.
So basically, you're sitting in judgment over the.
No, it is not that, my lord. I only say that please follow the zonal regulations. And
Where have you informed the excise department that if you give excise licenses in respect of premises which are contrary to the zone regulations, I will not grant you a trade license.
the parameters followed by the excise department, which government state has to say that,
Both of you are the same department.
yes, we are wings of same department.
Both of you are going to act against each other. At least make it known.
Heads of all the.
No, it is
departments
not
are
like that,
IAS.
my lord. It is not that. My lord, I only say this much.
And this objection was taken up because of the neighbor's complaint, isn't it?
No, not only neighbors, a few of the other residential people also raised. Consequently, my lord, this has to be taken up.
There is one shop at.
This is exactly what has happened. In fact, kindly see peruse the photograph. In the photograph, he has not even displayed the name board over the premises. So consequently, my lord,
For permitting such a business run for 10 years, I will hold you.
no, prior
responsible.
to,
I will hold you responsible. Whatever reason you give will be rejected and I'll impose costs on you. Because you allowed an illegality to perpetuate for a decade.
a coordinate bench of this court, my lord, has given certain directions to change the entire trade license application itself. That is still under process. And we have been directed to stop this auto renewal process also. Now, that is where, my lord, keeping that in mind, the zonal regulations have to be looked into, and things like that, my lord. They have started taking up these type of actions now, my lord. And more so, my lord,
Selectively.
it is not selectively, my lord.
If what he says is right.
200
That I'll have to, I don't know. Now only is making, Malan senior
Sir, the head of
friend
the
is making the
Metro
submission
City,
now only.
200 meters there is
I'll
a
have to
shop.
find out that also. I don't know about that. ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ. Coordinate bench judgment, my lord, I'll place it on record before your lordships, where this court, my lord, has followed this particular zone, has directed me to follow the zonal regulations and then do the needful.
Then by not following that in respect of all the premises, you are in contempt.
My lord, I can, now only they have, that is where, my lord, a direction has been given to me to reframe the entire application itself, application format itself, by giving all these details.
If I accept your argument, that means you are in contempt
No, I'll do one thing. I'll place that particular judgment before your lordships and then, my lord, make my submissions before your
I'll accept
lordships.
your submission that there's a judgment to that effect.
Please.
If that judgment is true,
Either this is a recent judgment, my lord, which has come out and they are working out on insofar as that aspect is concerned.
so the zonal commission will file an affidavit that she will ensure that all the shops in her jurisdiction.
My lord, let
are
us
cut
not
off.
expand the scope of this writ petition, my lord. I only say this, my
Why
lord.
not? If your
My lord,
affidavit
I
means-
only say this. Kindly appreciate this aspect of the matter. My lord, I say that zonal regulations, my lord, has been floated by the other side. That
I
is
am-
where documents
I
are
am with
placed
you.
before your lordships.
I am with you. All that I'm doing, I'm going to support you by saying you will file an affidavit ensuring that all the shops which are being run contrary to zonal regulations will be shut down by the zonal commissioner.
My lord, I'll take instructions insofar as that is concerned. I'll take instructions, my
That
lord,
is-
and then I'll place it on
I
record.
will hold the zonal commissioners personally responsible if they do something contrary to the zonal regulations.
I'll take instructions, my lord.
No, ಇದು
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗಂತಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಇರೋದೇ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಆ ತರ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಝೋನಲ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇದೆ.
I think
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
everybody,
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ
everybody in the city will support you if you act in accordance with law,
ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ
including the court.
ಎಸ್.
So if you want to cleanse the entire system, do it. But if you do it selectively, then you are in trouble.
No, it is not selectively, my lord. We have been taking actions, my lord, time and again.
I will appoint a commissioner at his cost. And if it is found there's another bar running 200 meters from this premises and you've been granting and renewing the trade licenses,
This I am not aware. I'll have to take instructions.
I'm also not aware. If he's able to establish it, then it'll get messier.
No, I'll just find out from them as to what action has been taken is then, if required, my lord, we'll take action insofar as that bar also is concerned. Whatever is there,
That's why
my lord, if it
then-
is within,
Then the zonal commissioner will file an affidavit.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಮಗೆ ಸಬ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Next
That's all I can say.
Next
Please.
Friday, 14th.